we're set.
Okay, so I did my presentation on EARMITES and cats. I just recently got a kitten. It was a stray, and she came to my house with EARMITES, unfortunately, so that's kind of what gave me the idea to do this. And what exactly are ear mites? They're extremely small parasitic mites that affect the ear canal, and they feed off the wax and oils inside of the ear canal. And they have a 3-week lifespan from the time that they're an egg and become a full adult mite. And the most common is the osteodectocynosis, and most commonly affect kittens and outside cats. And the causes are casual contact at home or outside. And even though after treating them, they can still live, like if for some reason we've been trying to clean the kitten's ears, some have fallen off onto her skin or fur, and they're able to crawl back up into the ear. And this is Denozo that you guys have all met,
Yep.
and the new kitten.
And that's the new kitten right there. How long did it take to sleep together? I'm just curious.
Like a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it took like no time. She warmed up to my house in seconds.
I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Usually the cat's over there and the dog's over there, and that's pretty good.
No,
that looks like
3
years later, there's, you know what I mean? One day, you would never guess a day.
No, I think I have more, maybe, but there are pictures of all of my animals sleeping on a bed.
Yeah, that's neat.
And the main symptoms are the excessive scratching, the head shaking, hair loss, black or brown wax, and then the odor and inflammation, and the coffee ground-like substance or scratches or scabs near the ears from all the scratching that they've done trying to scratch their ears.
Now, whose ear is this?
That's not hers. I just
Okay,
found that.
that's just one you found.
No, hers definitely did. Hers definitely did look like that. When we first got her, hers was a little bit worse actually, and a little bit more black and misty.
Was it both sides or one
Yes,
side? Okay,
both
so
sides. Yeah.
is that pretty common? If one ear is affected, the other one is too?
I'm
I don't
honestly
know.
not sure.
Anybody help us on that?
Usually, yeah. Like if the clinic I work at, if we find it in one ear, we'll treat both ears.
Yeah.
Just because you never know if they can.
Right,
you know,
right.
scratch
But
them
isn't that
on
neat? They kind of hone in on the ear canal. You know what I mean? Even if you put them back in the lumbar region, they'll go looking for the ear. So I guess it's the flavor of the wax and everything, and the warmth, and that's a perfect place for them.
And the diagnosis pretty much was just an examination. Usually you can see that coffee ground-like substance. And when I took Finn, is her name, in for the examination for the vet, they did an ear swab, and then she looked under the microscope and showed me everything under the microscope.
Now, can you point out the ear mites here? I mean, I think I know what it is, yeah. So they're different sizes too, it looks like. That's probably debris there, but look at, they can be twice as large as whatever, yeah. Interesting.
And other kind of side effects of this is just the secondary infections comes of the constant scratching that you can see that this cat's done to his poor ear. And then also hematomas from head shaking so much.
And the trauma of actually probably the physical trauma of itching too, so yeah.
And the treatments are, there are multiple different types. The over-the-counter medications, just something that you can get at a pet store. And then also the one-time treatment, the ear, and the different types are the Acrorex and the Millibite. I'm not sure which one the vet that I went to actually used at that time, but it was just a one-time treatment. And then also the one-time treatment on the skin, and it was Revolution, just like your regular flea and tick. The vet actually put that on there at the time when I took her into the vet, and it also can be a form of prevention just from regular parasites like the EARMITES. And then also the repeated treatments in the ear are the Tresiderm. Usually it's said that most of these are a little bit more difficult just because if you do have an unruly cat or animal, they really don't like putting things in their ears constantly every day. And the full course of treatment is essential to prevent return of ear mites, like I said, if they're getting on the skin or on the fur and crawling back up. And they must treat all animals in the household if one has ear mites.
So did you?
All of my animals are going through it right now.
Okay.
They're not happy. And just regular prevention is, like they said, the revolution as well, to keep mites or parasites away. And then routine cleaning of the ears and cleaning all the bedding and toys and checking other pets for ear mites. So all of all of our toys and everything have been in the washer.
Oh, okay, so you're doing, yeah.
And any questions?
Okay, and is it Finn, F-I-N?
Finn, yes, I am a big Star Wars person.
Oh, that's a Star Wars, see, Finn didn't connect, like, I'm thinking Finnish country, so. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, is that what it's called? Remember that? Whatever, so, see how different we are? I'll let you point at people. Okay, there's one here, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So one thing I learned is with something like feather mites, if they weren't in the feathers, they died. So if the ear mites weren't able to find their way back to the ear, would they eventually die? Or is it not essential to be?
Honestly,
I would probably say yes, they need that wax and warmth to live,
Okay.
and to breed and all that stuff. I bet you that's where they get their nutrients, the wax and stuff. So they would, because that's interesting. You're talking about birds now, feather mites. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting to know how many different kinds of mites they are, and most of them are usually they have a favorite place to be, like by the feather or in the ears, whatever.
Maybe does anyone know whether it's like more prevalent in dogs with cropped ears or floppy ears?
That's a good question because floppy ears are always bad to keep moisture in and fungal
But I feel like
infections.
they'd have a harder time finding it, the ear.
Yeah, I see. Well, yeah, maybe, but when you're crawling on the skin,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So maybe someone's got a comment over
I
here.
feel
Got
like
an
that-
answer?
That's part of the reason why, like, for my basset hound, we have to clean his ears so frequently is because they drag on the ground and they can pick it up,
Yeah.
like, really easily. So
Those-
that's why we, like, check them and clean them all the time.
Those long ears of his, yes. Just like a bridge to the ear canal, those, dragging on the. I'm not sure, but yeah, so maybe if they're that droopy and on the ground, but still, I'm not sure if the cropped ears first, would be, I'm not sure. We could maybe try to find that up sometime, I don't know. Okay, well, we're ready to move on. Thank you. And we have Vivian, right? So Vivian, you find your thing and I'll